Black mass, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Black mass, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God.
I woke up, then I logged in to that Urban X where they be flexing with that blog in. Put it down, cause my little homie called in. Had to bail him out, he in trouble with the law again. Black skin can't win in the white world. Seen a brother kill his own kid for that white girl. We ain't wanna go to school, but we had to. Every February it was scary in them classrooms. Shimmy y'all, shimmy yay. Old dirty bastards can't own dirty slaves, so they own dirty masters. Black Dot found a pot as a youngin', broke it down for his son, and now he serve it to the masses.
Black mass, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Black mass, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God.
Urban X scored a 44, Obama was the president. I told mama I ain't tryna go to church. I'm like Adam, every Adam is a product of the dirt. And I've been reaping what he sowed, I got the product, got the dirt. And I can teach you what I know, but then you gotta put in work. You in trouble if you waiting on the government. I told my bro I make it out the hood and that's a covenant.
Peace. Episode
of in these trying times.
Yeah, so I'm trying to get us. That was our bad.
Oh, that was our bad?
Because we're up across multiple channels right now. So
right, so it all has to sync.
It all has to go. So we're up on urbanxcellence.com, which is our own website. Yes.
Right.
We're up on Roku.
We're
up, of course, YouTube.
We're rocking.
You know what I'm saying? So thank you guys for joining us this week. A lot of people are home right now, so you got no choice but to be with us.
Yeah, rock out with us.
You know what I'm saying?
Rock out with us.
We had to bring this to you guys because there's a lot of uncertainty right now in the world.
Absolutely.
And if we can be a constant, we would like to do that for you. You know what I'm saying? Just
absolutely.
As long as we can.
As long as we can add a smile to your face, bring you a little bit of solace in how we, choose to deal with this situation.
Facts.
Thank you, Freddie P. Black Dot. This long layoff for the NBA helped LeBron darken his hairpiece.
Probably.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm gonna talk about that because it's a new day and time and it's a new paradigm, and we'll get into that in a few. But we want to thank everybody for spending their time with us.
Yeah, right now we're hearing that the signal is choppy right now.
Is the signal choppy?
Listen. I don't know.
Is that the audio signal or the video?
Both.
Okay. Video looks good.
I'm seeing it was choppy too. So
you saw it was choppy?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's that's what happens when you go live.
Is the Ethernet in there?
No, we're on Wi-Fi.
We on Wi-Fi. Okay. All right.
You want to get the Ethernet?
Nah, I don't want to.
Commercial break.
Commercial break. We might throw the Ethernet.
Commercial break.
And try to ensure a better signal.
Yeah. But with that being said, again, like we glad you guys are here. How's your week?
This is one of the longest weeks.
I think last week was longer.
Nah, every week is long, man. This is because every day it's a lot going on.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things happening. You know what I mean? So it's really a lot going on, and people are scared.
Yeah.
People are worried.
Yeah.
Other people are invigorated, and they're trying to move forward. Signal is good now. It was choppy at first. Okay, so we hope we can kind of keep this lined up. You know how we do here. Everything is transparent, so we'll be fixing this in real time.
Facts. Last week y'all couldn't hear us.
Yeah, last week you couldn't hear us. So we are not a professional. We're trying to be as professional as possible. Yeah. So much love out to the family. Much love out to the community. I see Steve Canal You know what I'm saying, in the Facebook.
Shout out to Steve,
Got
man.
my sister in there. We got a few people in
Shout
there.
out to everybody there, man.
And I hope Steve and Lil Saint and his wife, you know what I'm saying, are doing well, Swin and all, in these trying times. Hey, Steve, you sent me an email, and it was funny because what you said was, we talked about this in all of those lectures we were going to. We spoke about these moments, and these moments are here now. You know what I mean? And we have to be strong, and we have to be diligent. Everyone by now may know somebody who's contracted this virus, so get rid of the conspiracy theorists. Not in terms of who planted this here. That's not what we're talking about. I'm talking about the fact that people can't breathe, and people are on ventilators, and people are losing, certain battles and things of that nature. So we want to send love and prayers out to all of those who are fighting.
Yes.
To maintain, their life. But this has taught me, well, I told you before, for the last 15 years, I've been living one day at a time for different reasons. So I was kind of mentally prepared to deal with this, but it's one thing to be mentally prepared, and it's another thing when this shit is staring you in your
the face. Yeah.
Right? You being a young father to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you're trying to make sure everything is right. I want to send some positive vibes out, everybody, to Red Pill, because his wife is due any day now. Right? So, that's, little man is slowing down time. You know what I mean? He got the whole world on lock waiting for his arrival. And you know what I mean? I wish he didn't have to be so fancy about it, young king.
Yeah.
But I want to send some love and vibrations out to him, his queen, in these trying times. I'm going to send a big shout out to my future daughter-in-law, Avery, who's carrying, right? And she's watching the news, and we text her, baby girl, stop watching that news.
Facts.
Stay focused. You have a star child in your belly. You know what I'm saying? And just stop watching the news. Listen to some nice music. And again, talk to the baby. And I know it's tough because your emotions are going, blah, 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 hormones, blah, 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 blah. You got to kind of get on steady ground. If you've never meditated before, this is the perfect time to get into some deep breathing and meditating and slow everything down. And, because we're going to be okay.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
So before we get started, we want to say rest in peace, rest in power to Dr. Lliala Afrika.
Yes, Lliala Afrika, one of my favorite teachers, who I was fortunate enough to learn from directly, has recently made the transition. He was 74 years old. It's not related to coronavirus and the FBI and the CIA. According to his wife, she said, let's not even, because you know how we could get. Appreciate it, Mayette 528.
Thank you.
Support. You know how we can get. They took him out during these times because he could, and the last sit-down interview I saw of him, which was 2 weeks before he passed, he looked a little frail. You know what I mean? So we have a tendency to think our elders and heroes are going to live forever. But when your work here is done, your work here is done. And it's nothing more Dr. Afrika can say or do. I picked up African Holistic Health 20 years ago, and it blew my mind. I had never saw someone talk that much about melanin and diet. You get books about diet. He was the first one who tied my melanin into it and showed me why they are creating certain foods and having you eating certain foods. Appreciate that, Timmy Castell. I'm blind. I don't have my glasses. So when he tied the melanin into it, it made all the sense in the world, because we are under attack physically, metaphysically, psychologically, biologically,
On all fronts, man.
chemically, on all fronts. And then when Nutricide came out, it really took it to a next level. So when I started doing lectures, he was one of the elders that I wanted to bring in and sit at his feet and learn. And it's weird because Dr. Afrika is very sarcastic, but he's smart sarcastic, right? And he don't have time for small talk, because I used to pick him up from his sister house in the Bronx, to bring him down to the lectures in Brooklyn. And if I say, man, it's really a nice day, he go, yeah, well, I guess so. And then I go, oh, shit. But if I say, but Dr. Afrika, how's the sun affecting my melanin? That's a 2-hour lecture all the way to the lecture. So he didn't have time for a lot of small talk. He was on such a high vibration and frequency that if you wanted to engage him, that's how you engaged him.
Got you.
You don't ask him about the sun. And same thing with Phil Valentine. Don't ask him about the fucking weather and shit. If you get 10 minutes of Phil's time, you better shoot your shot. You better ask some shit that you can walk away with and be like, yo, this is, you know what I mean? So we want to send our love and condolences out to his family, to his wife, to all of his students, because, again, he can look in your face. He's the first one who taught me ideology, how to look in the eyes and determine, look in people's faces and figure out so much. He was such a wealth of knowledge. You know what I mean? So in his 74 years of being on the planet, man, he has really, laid a foundation, and he has plenty of students out here who will continue his work. So, you know what I mean? I wanted to send that shout out to Dr. Afrika because he meant a tremendous amount to me. You know what I mean? In my personal life. And like I said, I've just been fortunate enough to sit at the foot of some of the most amazing individuals.
That's dope.
So that is dope.
So real quick, before we even get started on the show, I have an announcement. So if you're familiar, if you've been keeping up, one of my good friends, Kenneth Aqua, owns a laundromat in the Bronx. And, laundromats are open right now because they're deemed essential. So right now he is experiencing a real influx of just work. And he said he's doing a lot of rapid hiring right now. So if anybody, needs work in the Bronx, if you're in Harlem, because the Bronx Harlem is close, if you need work, if you need to make some money, you can, I'm putting the email in the chat right now. It's info@fspinlaundry.com. And I'm putting it in the chat right now.
info@fspinlaundry.com. And take an opportunity if you're healthy.
If you need it, if you're healthy.
And you need it. You know what I mean? This is an opportunity.
There's a lot of people getting laid off from work and things like that.
Absolutely.
So,
absolutely. 3 million people applied for unemployment. The first time ever.
3.3 million.
3.3. That's that number 33. That's interesting. But 3.3 million people, you know what I mean, have applied. And the most of an influx was 660,066. That happened in 1982 or something. Mm. So we're dealing with trying times.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And we're dealing with times that is gonna force everyone to go inward.
Yes.
So what I want to speak about is what's taking place, what I feel metaphysically. Shout out to my man Gemini Keys in the Facebook chat. Metaphysically, we're going through a paradigm shift. And in that shift, everything that you thought was important, you're realizing is not important. They took sports away from you. They took parties away from you. Rappers, the bar and concerts and movies and spectacles. All of the things that garner your attention. It's almost like you being snapped out of a spell. Mm-hmm. You ever been in a spell and damn, can't believe I was in that relationship, or I can't believe and something triggers that. We've all been forced to to deal with these triggers. So while chaos is going on one realm, I always tell you order is coming in on another realm, and not order in New World Order. You thinking negative. A New World Order doesn't always have to be negative. It's those who are prepared for the paradigm shift, right? So all of these external things, you start realizing they don't mean shit.
Right.
Excuse my French. They don't mean anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You have to tell the people you love them. That's all that matters. The character, what you can do, because we are all being forced to look in the mirror whether we want to or not.
Yeah.
And if you come out of this and you don't go to 2.0 of whoever you are, you ever see that little on your phone says updates available, and you keep ignoring it, updates available, updates available, and you just keep ignoring it. This is a time that's also telling you there's an update available.
And usually when we don't like using the reference you just used about the phone is usually because we're on the go, and you're like, I don't got time to update my phone because I need my phone now.
It's gonna slow down. It's gonna take a half hour for the new update.
You're home. They're forcing you to be home, so they're forcing you to upgrade. Yeah,
they're forcing you to upgrade, get the 2.0 model.
Yeah,
and the 2.0 model of you may be different than the 2.0 motto of me. Mine's may be health. Yours may be love and relationship. Somebody else may be, business. Everybody has another level that they have a free pass to operate on. Right. You know what I mean? You know who you are. So you have to go up to, so if you're still smoking and eating ham hocks and out in the club partying and this and that, maybe there's a 2.0 that you got to get serious about things that are important to you.
Yeah, I like how also I feel like the spell of celebrity is slowly
Cynosure.
Cynosure.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
I like how the spell of celebrity is slowly getting lifted.
Well, it's already been lifted for a while.
For a minute, for a while.
But now
we've been talking about this too,
right,
as well.
But now it's blatant.
Yes.
Like, where's Black excellence? Where's all these people who you thought cared about you, and you realize that they didn't? You know what I mean? In these times right now, if you don't get a text or call from the people, this is the time. You know what I mean? And remember, sports, what is sports but entertainment? At the end of the day, it's entertainment, right? All these movies and parties, and just listen to the vibration of music that's been out. You know what I'm saying? Over the last 20 years. Nothing. Everybody talking about absolutely nothing. Movies, nothing. We so into a whole bunch of nothingness. Right? We're all going to be forced to work from home. Now, when they turn the lights back on, and they will, there are going to be those who are regret that they didn't take advantage of the time. And then there are going to be those who go like, I needed this 30 days, 60 days, whatever it's going to be, to put some things in place to take full advantage when a new paradigm shift comes in. Now, we all know in paradigm shifts, we lose people. We lose people along the way in the battle, to win the war. That is par for the course. And that's not me being inconsiderate, because I understand what this is. I'm a high-risk individual. So I understand fully what's going on here. You know what I mean? But you have to position yourself to ride this out. You know what I mean? Right. Because we are in... I've been here 50 years. I've never seen anything to this. They shut the world down. 1,000 people have died in the United States. But they shut the world down. Right? That should let you know that something else has to be going on. And I want to pose this question. If a tree falls in the forest and there's nobody there to hear it, doesn't make a sound. Right. And you know where I'm going. Yeah. Right? If they never said, let's just say they never even mentioned this was a crisis, do you know we would all be going on with our lives like nothing changed? And we would go, oh, wow, somebody had the flu. Oh, damn. But the world would continue to move. Fear is a very important component to what they do, because now we're all frozen off of fear. Yeah. Right? Just like if they came back 2 weeks later and said everything is all clear, we would all go back outside like nothing ever happened. Yeah. The only thing keeping us in this suspense state is fear. Right?
That's a fact.
And I'm not saying like I'm a superhuman, because I've had a couple of moments in this period where I'm like, God damn, this is crazy. Yeah. You know what I mean? But you have to buckle down. Right. And you appreciate Kamitha Arnold. Please reference the need of spiritual and metaphysical willpower, and you were touching on it as I type Peace Dot and Malcolm. Absolutely. Whatever your religious beliefs are, that's what gets you through. You know what I mean? Yep. So, we have to understand, and for all of the ministers who can touch people and heal them, where y'all at?
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
Where y'all at?
Yeah.
So what we're seeing is something that's just never been seen before, and it's going to boil down to your intellectual property, your ability, to withstand the fire, and not everybody's going to make it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We're just getting word Curly Neal passed away. I'm not sure if it was related to that.
Scarface,
the rapper Scarface.
Yeah. He didn't pass, but
he's going through it at the moment. Yeah. You know what I mean? So if you need any kind of confirmation that, this is real in terms of what they're doing. Yes? Mm-hmm. Because all of them CEOs, right? I'm bouncing around a little bit and
we didn't even hit the drop, bro. Right. Did we actually even start the podcast?
Yeah,
we didn't even start the podcast.
Yeah, we just kind of. You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X. Okay,
Let's start the
so
podcast.
Now we'll
now
get
we're
to-
official. We here,
Now we're
guys. Thank
official.
you guys for joining.
So
Show 88.
Yeah. Show 88 is in the mix. What about little CEOs?
Yes,
We spoke about that a month ago.
2 months ago.
We put it up for y'all. We said pay attention because that many CEOs, if one or two leaves, that's an anomaly. When that many CEOs leave, you understand that this is something bigger. They had forewarning. And if you had forewarning of something, maybe not even all the details, you knew has to be planned.
Well, what about the people? They said that there was a meeting in January, and all those legislators.
Laurie Foster, thank you so much. We appreciate
Thank you for the donation. What about all the people they said that started dumping stocks after
Right.
that meeting?
Right.
Because they knew it was coming. As they were typing that everything was under control.
Absolutely.
The Democrats are just trying to, hoax you guys and things like that. So,
So we know that, hey, Auntie, I see you in there, Auntie Phyllis in there, my cousin
hey.
Lisa, all the family in the building.
On Facebook?
On Facebook,
Right.
yeah. So we know that this wasn't some haphazardly things that have happened, right? Now, if you watch Phil Valentine,
Oh, boy.
that
was Tuesday?
was Tuesday.
Yeah,
he went in.
Oh, my gosh.
He
that
went in
was,
classic, and he did it nicely in a 2-hour package for you because Phil is a master at talking kung fu. So he'll clear his throat for 2 hours. He's giving you a synopsis. I've been to so many lectures where he pull out this little pad of stuff he wrote down by hand, and it's 2 hours just to kind of set the mood for the 7-hour lecture you're in for.
But you know what's crazy? And shout out to our brother Rich, Black Magic.
Yeah, 363.
363. It was on his platform, and I didn't want him to stop.
No, I did not.
I really did not want him to stop.
Right, because he really put some things. He started out with some of the methods you can go by to, cleanse your lungs out. You know what I mean? So he gave us a lot of healing information, and then he went to his factual, and then he went into his conspiracy, and he wants you to fact check it all. You know what I mean? So I thought that was needed in this particular time because what we are going through, one of my other, grandmaster teachers.
I've been to a couple of his lectures.
Yeah,
too.
as a matter of fact, I'm throwing something out there. There's a lecture where Phil Valentine calls Malcolm out of the crowd
Oh, yeah.
to read the Bible. If anyone can tell me the name of that lecture, because I don't even know it, or put a clip in there, we're going to send you a free T-shirt. Clap that up.
Okay.
A free hoodie or something.
Yeah.
Right? He calls Malcolm. Malcolm is like 10 years old.
Yeah.
He's nervous as shit. He's leaning over Phil Valentine, and Phil has him reading.
He pointed at me. He was like, "You." I was
You.
like, "He's like you."
Yeah, you. Come here.
I was like, "Oh man."
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if anybody know the name of that lecture, excluding King Simon and Black Magic 363 and Sonnet, excluding them because they probably
have it. Yeah.
half the damn
Yeah.
lecture. So if somebody can find a 10-year-old Malcolm, we're gonna put a clip up of that and we're gonna send you something free. You know what I mean? So we just throwing that into the mix.
Yeah.
And so we want to say out to the family again, hold strong. You know what I'm saying? As my mother would say, until the wheels fall off this itch. Okay? Until the wheels fall off. Also, we getting word that if you are infected in your lungs, don't lay down flat.
Yeah.
All right,
It was a
this
guy
is-
on the news who was talking about that.
Right. So that because when you lay down, and I'm talking from experience, before I got on dialysis, remember I was drowning. You know what I'm saying? My lungs were filled with water, and when I laid down, I could feel myself literally drowning. And then I started hallucinating. So you have to sit up, sleep up if you
can,
have
yeah.
to. You know what I mean? It's going to be weird, but remember when you lay down, it allows that liquid to just spread and it starts eating you away. Every time we get a tip, you have to take it at face value. You know what I mean? But until you find yourself in that situation, and I'm talking to those, if you find that you got water in your lungs or pneumonia, whatever, you're going to have to sleep upward, and then you're going to have to still get your herbs. You're still going to have to fight your battle, but you're going to be the battle because I was literally, for 2 weeks, I literally slept up in the chair until I couldn't take it anymore. You know what I mean? And had to, think about the rest of my life. So, and I only say that because, you easy to say what you would and would not do.
Yeah.
Until you find yourself in a situation.
Yeah.
And the doctor walked into the room to me. He said, "Okay, Mr. Bowser, you're very stubborn. We've been telling you your kidneys was going bad for a while." He said, "At this present moment, let me tell you what's going to happen." He had some students with him and shit. He said, "This is Mr. Bowser. He's very stubborn." He said, "This is what's going to happen in the next 2 days. This side of your face is going to slide down. You're going to be paralyzed because you're going to catch a stroke, and then you're going to die." And then he just walked out of the room. He said, "All right, let's go on." And he, you know what I mean? So dialysis was the last, thing you would think about. And then I had to go, wow, if I was careless, and because I was making so much money on the bus, and when you got kids, fathers know, we're the last ones to really go get healed and checked. And I had to make that decision. And it's the best decision I ever made in my life. Yes?
Right.
Because everything happened for me. That was the paradigm shift for me. I took nothing for granted. Call the people I love every single day. Went to every recital, every ball game. Everything became important because I didn't know when it was going to end. I got to, like I said, own a home, get married, travel the world, put out 2 books. All of this happened after I was scheduled to die, right?
Yeah, it's true.
So when I tell people it was the best thing that happened to me, I'm not promoting illness. Don't be foolish. Prevent that. Prevent all of it if you can. But a lot of times we as black people wait until it's all over before we call the people we love, or we want to make that trip and this and that. My aha moment happened 15 years ago, right? And they said the average person is only gonna live 2.5 years. And I said, I don't know. I don't think y'all know who y'all messing with. Y'all messing with the God. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I now counsel dialysis patients when they come in because they see me walking in and out at my own free will, and they see every time they come by with the meds, I go, "Keep it moving, yo. Keep it moving with the meds." So they pull me to the side when they get comfortable and go, "Yo, how did you?" So I counsel and I share, this information because every single day I walk in this room and see the people I love. It is an amazing journey. So I'm just sharing that with you guys. Most of you already knew it, but some of the other details. So we are now in the quickening. We are now at another moment where you have to reassess what is important to you. I don't care about when basketball comes back. I'm going to be honest. I don't care about any of that anymore. I care about building this family. I care about little baby Bowser. You know what I mean? So to Avery, I'm going to be calling you. You're going to get annoyed with me because I need you to understand what you're carrying. You're carrying the future and legacy. You know what I mean? So you might as well get used to me because I'm going to be texting, calling, how you doing? And these are the things that are most important. Yes?
Yeah.
So any beef you have with people, you got to clear that up, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, bro, what's good? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's move on because we all we got.
Right.
Yes?
Facts.
And DJ Lance for the hip hop world, I heard he's fighting the battle. There's a lot of people fighting this battle. So our show tonight is just really, we want to make you laugh a little bit. We want to goof off and have some fun, but we also want to share information and tell you guys this journey with you has been absolutely
incredible.
Facts,
man.
Right?
Yeah.
And so we taking this week by week, and we seeing where this goes. Yes?
Yeah.
All right.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So do you want to talk about Phil's lecture?
Yes, let's get into it.
Let's get into it. Okay, so when he first started, he went through a lot of like home remedies, that real practical stuff you can do immediately once you're feeling not so well, which I thought was beautiful.
Yes,
I thought
absolutely.
I think that
in the spirit of Lliala Afrika.
Yes.
Because if Lliala Afrika was here and you had him on the phone,
yes,
he would be telling you, "Oh, come on, man, this is what you gotta do."
And I think it spoke to the fact that what's happening to people is happening to people.
Yes.
It is, you know what I'm saying? It's not...
Please stop with this is all a part of our imagination.
It is happening to people. So I thought that was a great touch.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I thought it was just like, listen, if you're not feeling well, this is what you do. These are some great things. This is what I recommend. So I thought that was cool. And then he started going into the history of Wuhan, the history of the virus, where it comes from. And then my mouth was on the floor the whole time.
Because what Phil is going to do is always going to be very thorough. Whether you agree with him or not, you call him a conspiracy. He's been doing this for 30 plus years. All right. And then some. And he's been talking about these moments for a very long time. If you've never heard of Dr. Phil Valentine, get in where you fit in, but start slow. Go to the earlier work because this is warp speed now. He even know that the time we in is warp speed. So his history of the Wuhan and this virus and what a virus does, it really got no better than that. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So I was very impressed with that. What else?
Also, and then he started going into,
legendary Tony Crush.
Since this whole thing started, there were aspects that me and you were talking about earlier that just did not make sense. You know what I'm saying? Just how things were moving. And then I thought he pieced a lot of those missing.
Right, he filled in a lot of those missing
pieces.
Missing pieces. Why everybody is at home? Because obviously, if they're putting 5G, they have to have the streets cleared.
Right.
Yes, and putting it in school, because one thing that's happening now, the people are on it now. Right? So I want to also mention, when they cut the lights off on this internet, do not be surprised, because we have found ways to use this. We're passing information. We ain't just passing ass pictures anymore. There's a crew of people who are passing legitimate information at the speed of light. And this is the first time, because even when 9/11 came through, we didn't have all this internet stuff. So you had to get your information from them per se, you know what I mean? And now we're in an age where information is passing very fast, right? They know we have connected the 5G situation. I just saw a dude who showed a 5G tower where one half of the tree, the leaves did not grow, and on the very other half of the tree, the leaves are green and it's sprouting in real time. So we know the best way, right, to get this 5G situation, because it requires a lot of towers. So
you got, like, think about if you're from New York City, when they're working on the 2 train line.
Hey, cousin Renee, I see you in there, and I love you with everything, every bone in my body.
When they're working on the 2 train, they divert everybody to, like, the 4 line. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So on a major global
So
scale,
imagine how you have to divert people, because at the end of the day, 1,000 people have died. 1,000 crackheads die every year. Just being out. The flu kills 46,000 people a year here, but they never shut nothing down.
Right.
So that's just weird, right? And you're using fear as the magnifying energy to pull this off, because if we all just kept living our life, we would go, all right, somebody passed away. Oh, word, Auntie so-and-so got pneumonia. Ah, man, well, you know what I'm saying? We'll go to the funeral, this, that, whatever. We wouldn't even spark any other awareness. But they used an inception, so now we can't even look people in the face.
Right.
I'm moving when people are walking down the street.
Seriously,
this is crazy.
Yeah, I was doing my laundry. I was like, fam, back up.
Yeah, back up. You know what I mean? And so forth and so on. So this is what we're dealing with, and you have to know.
Right.
Unless you believe your government really cares for you. Because after that becomes a vaccination, which Phil spoke about.
He talked about the vaccinations, and he talked about what's happening, like the moves and counter moves within, like the real
different portions of the government.
Different portions of the government.
I always speak about there's always a war going on above our head. You think Trump is a goofball. I got to tell you, there are things that we just got to begin to question on. People are getting arrested now.
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying?
Which he talked about.
He
said, there's a few people, there are a few, like, high-ranking officials all over the world that are going to start being arrested for a lot of stuff that they into.
And amongst other things.
And then somebody got arrested today. The U.S. Department of Justice just got somebody, I forgot from what state they were from, but they just arrested somebody today.
Right. And then we understand there's the pedophile rings. All of this stuff is connected. Right? These people have been running amok for years, right?
Yeah.
So now we're in a situation. Watch this. Unless you think 9/11, and I'm saying 9/11, was some kind of accident. If you really think 16 Arabs simultaneously hijacked 4 big planes with not bombs and guns, but with carpet cutters, and steered these planes with no prior training except crop duster training in a country, and no interceptor jets went up and they flew those planes into the Pentagon, just where the bank situation, where all the records was, and into a pen. I keep telling you, the World Trade Center from that high up is the size of a pen with pinpoint accuracy, and then it brought down these buildings, and their licenses happened to be on top of the rubble, unburned, and this is how they figured out who they were. Now, when you say that out loud, what does that sound like to you? That sounds like you bugging.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, for sure.
So that happened 19 years ago. So COVID-19, 19 years later, here we go.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Even Kobe was one of 9 people to die. I don't want to get into all the conspiracy, but I'm just moving the numbers around to make you kind of see how interconnected a lot of this stuff is. If you think your government loves you and they're going to vaccinate you because they want you here and they love you, then you haven't upgraded to 2.0 of who you are. Okay? This is about money. This is about power. Always follow the money. Even in 9/11, Silverstein, right, took out the insurance on the World Trade Center 2 months before they came down. He cashed in, right? Follow the money. Halliburton, which is the company used to rebuild after we bombed places. So Cheney owned the company Halliburton. So Bush bombed Iran or Iraq, which one it was, and Cheney had the contract through Halliburton to build it back up. Dude, that's all hustle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's all hustle.
And he, Phil also went into these, who owns the vaccination companies, who's really behind it.
Absolutely.
It was gross, bro.
I think I lost my Facebook crowd.
Gross, man.
Somehow, some way.
We're still up on YouTube, so we're still
we still rocking. We still rocking.
Still up on YouTube.
Still rocking. So it's a lot going on, and it's a lot. And now you at a time where you can actually process this.
Yeah.
You can actually process this. Yes.
And people won't look at you like you're totally out of your mind.
Because you have nothing but time on your hand right now to go, wait a minute, what the hell's going on here?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we have that here. To start a watch party. I'm trying to get this thing back up and running from a Facebook crowd. So this is what's going on. Let's take a commercial break.
Yeah, we'll be right back.
Yeah, let's get into a commercial break, and we'll
pay some bills.
Pay some bills. That's what it's all about.
And thank you. 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 And thank you.
Okay,
And we are back.
and now we are back.
All right, we're back.
We are back in the flesh. I have the hair growth oil, Growth in One. My niece Amber, her website is up and running. It was growthin1.com. Growthin1.com.
I'll put it in the
She
chat.
was supposed to have an event going on. Yes?
Yep.
And because of the coronavirus,
Because of all the,
she was putting on a major event, sort of like the book signing, that we did. And so now, this is her products. One of her many products.
Yes, she
We
has
did
a
an
line.
interview with her.
Yes, but it was supposed to be for promo for the actual event, but they shut down the event. So
Right.
we're going to do one in general.
Absolutely. We'll get one done. And shout out to Chiffon. I know you're always watching and supporting. And, Malcolm, speaking of hair,
Listen, don't do this.
I'm going to wait you out, kid.
Don't do
You're
this.
getting a little woolly.
Yeah, listen. Barbershops are shut down,
I'm going
B.
to charge you $30 because you acting funny. Right? You acting funny.
I don't care.
About
Okay.
my ability to give you a haircut.
Listen.
And I got the professional clippers. I got the powder.
We got Urban X hats.
I got the brush
that I will be wearing. So I'm good.
I got the thing I put over you and cover you.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So no,
Nah,
you're not gonna.
nope. Somebody's funny. He said, "Play that back." I didn't get a good look at that.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So
That's funny.
we are going to. My price is going to be 40.
I'm
next
not
week.
getting no haircut from you, dude.
My price is going to be 40
Nope.
next week.
Nope.
All right. Now you could use this because I have a hat on now, but the more hair I have, you clearly can see my bald spot.
Yeah, dude.
So I might have to hack this
Yeah, you need that.
and use this. Yes.
That's funny. Yeah, I wanted real quick. I want to talk about the person who disliked the video before we even got started.
Jeez.
God damn.
Jeez. Really?
Yeah, before we even
They just disliked it.
disliked it.
Wow, you just got some haters out here.
Hated it.
But I'm looking at the likes. We only got 243 and
1,000
we got
people in the
1,000
chat.
people in the chat. That don't add up.
That don't add up at all.
Don't wear no shoes in the house. When you come on in our house, hit that like button. It's almost like wiping your feet on the carpet.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? So let's get those likes up. You know what I mean?
But we appreciate everybody for being here. We do.
Yes, we do.
But I want to see
Absolutely.
some more and some more
and some more
and some more
and some more. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you guys. So
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So I think it was actually last week, right? We actually started. We just like really just said, "Yo, what happened to Bryon Allen in the case?" Like he came,
Yes.
hit every black media outlet he could.
Then I saw him at the Laker game in the front row, and he was just chilling. I'm like, "Yo, did he get paid?"
Yeah.
And they ain't say nothing. So
Yeah. And then what happened was you hit me. I think this was Monday. It happened Monday or Tuesday that it came out that he actually lost that case. In the Supreme Court.
Gotcha.
The had to do with the civil rights and yeah. So what you think?
Yeah. Well, it was a historical case, and he lost, and I thought he had a really good chance to win.
I know it was actually a long shot.
It was a long shot, but I thought maybe he was playing the long game in hopes that they cut him a check.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he used the black people who didn't know about him or forgot all about him. He got us riled up.
Yeah.
You know, and we rallied behind him because that's how black people do.
Yeah.
You know, you got a cause, we'll rally behind you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we rally behind
You have a cause and you talk black, you talk
Yeah,
empowerment and yeah.
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 You know what I mean? So
But so yeah, he lost. So I think he's gonna try to appeal that somehow. I think he's gonna try to get around that. But again, I don't know what the landscape is gonna look like when everything gets back to, you know what I'm saying, when everything gets back to normal-ish.
yeah.
What the landscape is gonna look like as a result of that loss.
Absolutely. Because in the future, when you want to discriminate or you have a case.
All 9 judges voted against him.
Yeah, that's crazy. All
All
nine.
9 judges. Yep.
None of the judges saw. You know what I'm saying? What was going on? I'm telling our people to go to urbanexcellence.com.
Oh, okay, cool.
You know.
Because we do have our own channel, people. But yeah. So all 9 judges voted against him, and it was a $20 billion suit. I thought he would get something from that.
Yeah.
I don't know, but we'll see what happens when that comes back around.
Yep. Keep talking, Malcolm. Keep
I
talking.
will. So next thing that's happened, this happened actually yesterday, I believe. Joe Biden, presidential candidate Joe Biden, he got accused by one of his ex-employees, Tara Reid, of sexual assault, and she gave a detailed breakdown of what happened. And you know what was crazy? I don't know what the American political landscape is going to look like once this comes back.
Yes.
Because right now, they're painting the way they're painting Trump is the idiot who fumbled the coronavirus.
Right.
Cool.
Right. Yeah.
Let's just take that, right? And then everybody wants either Joe Biden or Bernie Sanders. People don't want Bernie Sanders because they feel they don't like his policies.
Right.
Old
Yeah. More socialism
and things like that.
old
Socialist.
school.
Boom.
Isaiah Bryant, thank you, man.
Thank you. Always Isaiah Bryant. Thank you. And then so they were the DNC was pushing out Joe Biden to be the front runner, and now this comes out, and a lot of people who say that they're for women and things like that have been completely silent on this topic.
Yes, and let me tell you, this is the tip of the iceberg. This is a weird dude.
Yeah.
And
I've seen some videos.
some
yeah.
videos of him hugging kids and whispering in kids' ear, and you could tell the little girl looks frightened to death, but the parents be in on that because they be looking for political clout and stuff like that. See, you know, a lot of them white women will families will turn their kids out. You know what I'm saying, for political gain. You know, all of these pedophile rings and all of the stuff you're seeing, it's a close-knit system. You know what I mean? That once you in, you in. And they use all these different kind of languages and cheese and pizza and all of these things, a code language. There's some weird stuff going on, and he's dead smack in the middle of that.
So I wonder. I'm curious to see how. I'm curious to see how this is gonna play out once we have to vote, because now everybody looks bad. Like, I don't know what you do at this point.
Right.
Unless Trump pulls off something incredible.
Well, he's giving y'all some bread.
$1,200.
But he's taking the unemployment and saying, we're going to match your salary.
So you know what's crazy? When that passed through, the $2 trillion surplus package, when that passed through, it was like people for the first time were just like, wait, time out. Where they getting this money from?
Absolutely. They printing it out of thin air.
Yeah, and that was, nobody understood, like, that's what happens.
Right. They're printing that out of thin air. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so you'd be surprised but it made me think, if they print $2 trillion, and this is just me, I don't know, I don't want to get into beef with ADOS, FBA, and none of that. I don't know what the numbers would look like for reparations. You know what I mean? Because if $2 trillion only gives us each individual $1,200.
Well,
I know it's spread out over different things.
And to the corporations,
it may take $50 trillion.
No. So a lot of the money, majority of the money is going to these big corporations, small businesses that need help as well.
Gotcha.
But a lot of the big corporations, that they're getting bailed out, they're not doing it to help their employees.
Right.
They're doing it to buy back their stocks.
Yep. That's where we're at, and that's crazy. You know what I mean? So we're gonna keep our eye on that, because Trump understands the election is coming. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So listen.
He actually tried to halt the numbers for the unemployment, because it'll look unfavorable towards him.
But those who understand the situation, the whole world has been shut down. Now, I don't know who's behind that, Wuhan, the Wu-Tang Clan, whoever the hell's behind it. You know, this needs to stop.
I think, you know what's crazy? I think once, if the situation gets any worse, because a lot of people are trying to cape for China, right? They're trying to defend China and things like that. I've been seeing it.
Not me.
I've been seeing it. And
Welcome
I think
to being black.
Yeah, I think once that happens, I think you're gonna see a lot more people just start letting loose and talk about how they really feel on the media.
Got you.
Like on the news and things like that, and really discuss China's role and what's been happening.
And these Chinese people have been buying guns in record numbers. Just throwing that out there as well. You know what I mean? To keep that in perspective, because they're not having it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You start running up on them, and you think they know karate and they know crazy. You know what I mean? So you're gonna be in the mix of some things, right?
Yeah.
So we talked about vaccinations. I heard Odyssey said there's a new virus. Hantana or something.
Yeah, I heard about that too. Somebody said that China coming out with viruses like they got an album coming out.
Yeah, like, we releasing new viruses on y'all, before the album drops. So
and the thing about the coronavirus, it's like, you ever play like superheroes with your friends when you were a kid?
Yeah.
And then every time like it suits you, you create like another power.
Of course.
Like I got you. Like I'm invisible now.
Right.
Or, I got superpowers now. I got super speed now.
Exactly.
Now I feel like every time you listen to the news about this virus, it's something new. It
is something new.
Now it travels in your sleep. Now if you say the word, you got it. Now if you
absolutely,
like,
absolutely, this is getting crazier by the minute. You know what I mean? Jeez. So we got to kind of keep our eye on that.
Facts.
Yes.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
Ouch.
What's next?
So next, I wanted to talk about the Madam C.J. Walker doc.
The
on
documentary.
Netflix. It's like a little limited series on Netflix. It's called Self-Made.
Gotcha.
Funny enough.
Self-Made. That's an oxymoron, yes?
Funny enough.
Because you gave me the book,
Yes, Black Fortunes.
Black Fortunes, and I was able to read that. You know what I mean? And
Yeah, so it's a it's on Netflix. I forgot who she's being. You know the woman. What's her name? She's playing Madam C.J. Walker.
yeah, I know.
And when I first heard about it, and I heard it was called Self Made, I was like, okay, by the, like we said by the title, doesn't make sense. And then if you watch it, the way they are twisting the story to fit the narrative that she was self-made, it's all propaganda.
Right.
They even, first of all, the woman who they tried to make it seem like, you know, was her mentor, they got her name wrong. They didn't even have her actual name. The woman's name is Annie Malone. And Annie Malone was the one who actually started that hair care system, who taught Madam C.J. Walker, who was an actual millionaire.
Right.
Who was the actual first black woman millionaire.
Teach.
Okay? Madam C.J. Walker was not. She had the equivalent to like $300,000 in today's money, which was a lot of money back then.
Right.
But it wasn't and then she was able to use the newspaper as propaganda to say she was the first millionaire when she was not. Okay, and then in the Netflix thing, they also tried to make it seem like her and Frederick Douglass did not have a great relationship. Where if you actually read, they had a great relationship. And Frederick Douglass was actually on the front line for black women. They tried to make it seem like that was not the case at all.
Yeah, because a lot of people I didn't get to see it. I did read a great portion of the book. I read her portion.
Olivia Spencer's who's playing.
Right, I read her portion of the book. So I had already knew that based on the people's response that I was getting.
Octavia Spencer. Yeah.
Octavia Spencer. Yeah. That something was run amok here. Now, was there some lesbianism stuff going on?
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. I only watched like how many episodes? I only watched like one episode, maybe two, because I couldn't take it no more.
Got you.
I couldn't take it. I was like, no, I'm not doing this.
Right,
bro.
it was making you vomit.
I'm not doing this.
Yes, and then I heard Malone. What's her name?
Annie Malone.
It's actually dark skinned.
Yes.
And in the story, they made it seem like she was light skinned.
Yes.
So all of these little things. That's why it's important that we tell our own history, that we stay connected. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Because reading is fundamental.
Yo, and then I'm watching people actually watch, like, I'm watching the reaction from these people on Twitter talk about, like, oh, now I'm never going to teach my kid about Frederick Douglass, and she's basing that off of what she saw in this. I'm like, all right, if you take a Netflix show based on who you're going to teach your kids, you probably shouldn't teach your kids anyway.
You should be teaching your kids.
That means you don't read.
Absolutely. And for you homeschooling, now you understand. The teacher been telling you your kid was bad.
Yeah, that's a fact.
And you did not believe it, and now you're seeing for yourself.
Yeah.
Because if you home with those kids, whoa. You know what I mean? So throwing that out there.
Side note, I'm not going to lie. I had a little panic, a small panic attack. Because I was thinking about, like, again, homeschooling. And I was like, okay, that's fine. Then I was like, wait, math. Like, if my kid comes home with a math question I don't know, what do I do? Because math was not it for me.
Right.
But my mother's an award-winning math teacher.
Well, clap that up.
You know what I'm saying?
And let me tell you again, I used to homeschool Eli, and as long as the math was simple, I was his math god. Then he came home with algebra and trigonometry, and he just looked at me one day and was like, Dad, you don't know this, do you? And then he realized I did not know this. All that other stuff, I was running rings around.
It was Booker T. Washington. My fault, y'all. It wasn't
Booker T. Washington,
I said Frederick Douglass. I don't know why. My fault.
But see, that's why I love my chat.
Thank you, yes. Because, like, you know, you get in your own...
Yeah, you get in your own little
zone. Yes. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Appreciate that. So, yeah. You know. So, there's some things to think about. You know, because you might want to homeschool. But don't worry about haircuts. Pampers here.
I'm not... No.
I could see my grandson saying...
No, I will not.
He be right now, Pampa, why's my hairline like way back here? I went to school and all the other kids, their hairline.
Yeah, no.
And I say, well, because
sir.
You got a bigger brain than they got.
No,
Junior,
sir.
and I had to give your brain some time to breathe. Oh, Dad, don't ever take me to get a haircut from
No,
Pampa.
sir.
Again.
No, sir.
You know what? It's $50 for you.
No.
Now. The longer you talk, the price keep going up.
No, sir.
Eli's looking like a Rastafari right now.
He is.
Cause he got locks in his hair and he gets them done all the time, and he can't get them done.
Yeah.
And he's starting to look crazy.
He's looking like one of those, the Miami Haitians. You know,
he's looking like
they like me.
They're matted. You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't got time for none of
Somebody
that.
said, let him line you up, bro. No, I will not.
That's what I'm saying. At least let me line you up, son. Because I can follow the line. I see it. $55. The price keep going up. Listen, guys, I'm just going to wait him out.
Sir.
And soon he get like a grizzly, it's a wrap. He's like, come here, Dad. You. All right, man, just take your time. And I'm like, I'm going to work, baby.
No.
Going to work.
He blames it, and you're blind. So, like, no.
Yeah, I am blind, too.
But we do have studio lights.
We do. I can put these joints on now.
Yeah.
See? You know what? I'm going to drop the price. Back to 45.
One of those Dominican haircuts where they make you feel like the prettiest woman in the world.
They do. I go to Dominicans now, boy. They powder you down. They got this cream. They got this hand vibrating, hot rags and towels.
Yeah.
I fired my barber on the spot. Like one day he didn't come in, and I said, well, let me go to my man right here. When I got out,
Yeah.
and he came in, I looked down there and was like,
And it was weird because they was all in the same shop.
yeah,
I remember that.
Man, it's over. A haircut like this, it's over. Yeah. So one thing about the Dominicans, they know how to lace you up.
They make you feel special.
They definitely make you feel. You walk out of there like,
They make you
man,
feel
I'm
special."
feeling amazing. Eli just fired his barber. He went to one of the Dominicans' wife. He took him, hit him with the cream, knocked him with a hot rag, lined him up. Eli was like,
He fired Marvin.
Marvin is fired.
Oh.
Marvin is fired.
I didn't know
He
that.
been going to Marvin for a long
For years. That was the family barber.
Yeah, he
he was
said-
cutting me, you, and Marcus, and Eli.
Yeah. He said he's fired.
Damn.
Yeah.
You are tuned into the
Sheesh.
sounds of Urban X.
But we have an Urban Xcellence Story.
Oh, we haven't had one in about a week or two.
Yes, because it was
Yeah, things were a little crazy.
a little crazy, but we wanted to get back to our roots. So, for those who don't know, Urban Excellence is about highlighting the shining examples within our community who are doing something positive, no matter how big, no matter how small.
No matter how big, how small, we always want to recognize those who take the time to basically think about others, especially during these times. You know what I mean? If you know elderly people, you got to check on them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to run to the store for them. You know, it just is what it is. And try your best to, sick people, elderly people, people who can't get around, they need your help now.
I'm saying so. Right now, the Urban Excellence Story this week goes out to a 13-year-old from Virginia named Charles Randolph.
Charles Randolph. All right.
Yes, and he has been using his knowledge when 3D printing. He has his parents 3D printed to create a mask for people during the coronavirus scare.
Wow. Let's
He's
clap
been
that up.
donating, yes.
And he's been donating.
Yes.
So Charles Randolph.
Charles Randolph.
13-year-old kid
From
is
Virginia.
spending his time building 3D masks and donating them to the people who need them most. That is an amazing story.
That is an Urban Excellence Story.
That is an Urban Excellence Story in a time of need of what's going on. And you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
we want to send that love and support out to Charles Randolph and all that you're doing. Keep doing this work for as long as you can, because every mask counts. You know what I mean? And just the love and effort that you're putting forward in this time, we appreciate you.
For sure.
And we hope other people with 3D printers can start doing the same, because we got to get creative in these times. Yes?
I saw pictures of hospital workers with bandanas over their face.
Yes. Where even the hospital workers who are going to work, and let's
And
shout.
shout out to everybody who the hospital workers, the cops, the essential workers who are out there.
Yeah, transit workers.
Because it's bus drivers who are not even taking fares. They
Right.
just letting people on the bus.
Right. That's the policy.
Yeah.
And they are doing their best to keep this thing moving. And all of them celebrities that you adore and look up to, they're not around. The people, the everyday people, right? And I learned this by being a city worker. You know, city workers make this place move. These nurses and sanitation people and deli workers and bus drivers and train conductors. And dude, these are the people, the true.
And not just in New York City. We're talking
everywhere.
about
We're
everywhere.
talking everywhere.
We're talking everywhere.
Everywhere. I'm just speaking from a New York perspective because we got hit the hardest, you know, at the moment. But this thing is everywhere. So please spend time and thank these individuals because they don't have to go to work. They can stay home.
People at the supermarket.
Right. Providing you with an opportunity to get something fresh to eat,
Facts.
something cold to drink. You know, if you do find yourself in the emergency room for whatever reason, know and understand that the normal attention and love that you would get, you're not going to get because everybody in there is suffering from the same issues. So you have to kind of just be thankful that there is a respirator and a bed for you because it's out of control. It is out of control right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I saw Pharrell.
TC, thank you.
Pharrell put up a link to donate to some hospital, and then they found out he didn't even donate to that hospital.
Oh, shame on him.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what's happening. I saw a link. I saw a story that said Amazon was asking for donations.
And he's the richest man in the world. Shame on him. Bezos, right?
Jeff Bezos, yes.
Jeff Bezos was asking for donations for his workers, and he's the richest man in the world. That's appalling. Yes? That's appalling. I don't want to hear nothing from him. You know what I mean? But this is the world that we live in. You know, I want to shout out DJ D-Nice.
Yes.
From Boogie Down Productions.
Yes.
Original Boogie Down Productions member. He put on an Instagram live where he was rocking for hours and hours at a time.
Yo.
Going in. I tuned in for a few minutes. You know, I didn't want to...
But you know what's crazy? Here's the only thing. It got a little corny. I'm going to tell you why. It's not his fault it got corny.
Okay.
But all the celebrities and stuff that were in, you know, the live, watching the live, commenting, it's just like, you know...
You don't usually...
you don't do this. You know what I'm saying?
You're
You're doing this for political, some political
because
clout.
then I heard it boil down to the new one he's doing, let's get out and vote, and all of this old kind of stuff. Now, it could be a distraction, you know what I mean? But in these times, we need music. We need to, you know, take our minds, even if it's just for a couple of hours. So I had no problem with...
Oh, they've been wilding on Instagram lately.
Who?
Everybody.
Well, everybody's a DJ now.
No, okay, all the DJs have been going at it. Swiss Beats and Timbaland had a beat battle.
I heard they had a beat battle,
which was cool. I like that. That was dope. And then Boosie and these other, like, you know, personalities were having women strip and dance
for $20
on Instagram Live.
Yeah, Bootsy be wildin'.
Yeah, everybody was wildin'.
So, but this is the new reality that we may get into. Everything you want. One dude was like, yo, I was club hopping from one DJ to the next. And it made me laugh because that's the world we in now.
Yeah, I saw some dude, him and his, like, I guess him and his kids, they did like a club in the living room.
Oh yeah, and they bought them bottles, popping bottles. Yeah,
he told him, yo, get up the couch.
Yeah, you know, get up the couch, man. Yeah. So yeah, you know, people are just trying to have fun. They played board games here yesterday. We had a hostile dinner. You know, wifey made dinner. We all started cursing each other for no reason. You know, I said something about garlic bread, and she, what the fuck? And I said, man, you're so angry. And Eli started laughing, and then Odyssey chimed in.
I missed this. What happened?
Oh, man, it was crazy. And we was all sitting there eating like, yeah, love you too. And then I think they wound up playing some board games. And so, you know, we got to kind of, you know, I'm trying to get a dice game going a little bit later. Teach the kids how to roll something. You know what I'm saying? Click, clack them. You know what I mean? This is the time to catch up on a few things. You know what I mean? So that's the world we live in, but we made up, you know what I'm saying? And we good now.
Cool.
You know?
So let's take a quick commercial break, and then we'll come back and take questions from the people.
Yes, how about that?
You know what I'm saying?
What makes a great t-shirt? Is it fashion, fit, comfort? Is it what's printed on the front of the shirt? Whether it's a humorous message, political, or a social statement made to bring awareness to a noble cause? At Urban XTV, we believe that all of those things make a great t-shirt and then some. So we wanted to create a t-shirt line that was a little bolder, a little bit more challenging, one that stepped out of the boundaries. So we decided to introduce to you our Not So Subtleties. It's one that speaks to the sentiments of what's going on in our environment today. It's one that will spark conversation. So log on to urbanx.nyc to pick up your Not So Subtleties today, or shop urbanx.com to pick up the latest in urban apparel. We thank you for your support. Peace.
And we're back.
Listen to the same thing.
So, you can visit shopurbanx.com. We know there's more important things you could be buying.
Yeah.
We know. But if you feel you can, it's there.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I saw a couple people hit me up and said that they actually finished my book this week because they had no other choice but to read at home.
Clap that up.
Which I appreciated.
Clap that up.
You know what I'm saying? I appreciated that.
Odyssey said she'll read your book or my book, one day.
I don't know if Odyssey could read.
I don't know. She's home driving us crazy because these college kids.
I know she's chomping at the bits being here.
Yeah, she is, man. But this is what's going on.
I know she's just like.
She coming out of room. Yeah, she coming out of room, getting snacks, going back in the room like she in her dorm and shit. You know what I mean? Sometimes she don't even speak to us. She just come out, get a snack, go back in. You know what I mean? So yeah, these are the times that we living in. Shout out Gemini Keys, who sent us some amazing pictures.
Yes, about quarantine New York City, and he showed. We're gonna be flashing them against up on the screen, but showing how
how something that looked on the movie like I Am Legend.
But it's beautiful pictures though. But
beautiful pictures, and maybe the Earth is getting a chance to breathe now, because I'm hearing some stories about fish are showing up now in different places. The smog is down. Sometimes this be the Earth's plan to cleanse itself and shed a new skin. Sometimes it just be like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Somebody asked me about the audiobook. See, okay, guys, we're going to come out of this quarantine. I'm going to have my audiobook done.
Yes, you have no excuses.
I have no excuses.
Now is the time. Look at some of these amazing pictures.
Oh, man. Also in New York City, they took out they took out the hoops because
brothers was still balling. Brothers was like, yo, whatever, I gotta get it in.
It's crazy.
So these are the times we live in. And look at these streets, man. Empty streets.
Yeah. Shout out to Gemini Keys for these pictures.
Oh yeah, he's one of the dope photographers that we rock with.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And shout out Mama Keys and all. You know what I'm saying? Hope she's well.
Facts.
And so, Doc, do y'all think the real reason that we are quarantined is so that they have enough time to print these billions of dollars out of nowhere? I don't know, because I'm hearing digital money is another thing, because I've been hearing stuff like the actual money is contaminated because you're touching it. That's one way the disease. So I heard them mention something about digital dollars. Like, they're not just going to give you that money.
Yeah.
They're going to find a way to make you have to, wow, look at these pictures, man.
But also, I think they've done that before when everybody was out and about.
Yes, right. And them printing money has nothing to do with people off the street. I think they're trying to put these 5G towers around in places.
What blew my mind was when Phil said that they want everybody off the street, so no planned things go off. You get what I'm saying? Like, yes. no staged events happen.
Absolutely.
And then, because that would take attention, that would distract. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I was like, whoa.
Right. So it's a lot. I've never, who tells us to go home?
Yeah.
This is a money-making capital of the world.
Las Vegas is shut down.
Las Vegas is shut down? Are you kidding me? So you have to know something bigger is going on. And if you're fortunate enough to make the other side of this, then you'll be able to tell your children about.
Somebody asked, did you hear the new song by the Joyner Lucas song by Will Smith?
I thought that was dope. I thought the video was real dope.
He takes a lot of pride in his videos.
Yes, he does. That video was creative. How he morphed into all of the Will Smith characters, giving Will his respect now. I guess that's one of his heroes. It was really, really dope. You need to see that. It's really dope.
Somebody asked favorite Aaliyah song. Favorite Aaliyah song?
1 in a Million for me. Love it, baby, baby, you don't know.
Okay, I like
they
that
do
one.
to me.
I like that one.
Wifey said, "Rock the boat." I'm gonna rock your boat a little later.
You know, I didn't realize how nasty that song was until I got older. I was like, wait, she's...
Yeah.
What she say?
Yeah. Yeah.
This is true.
Absolutely.
Do y'all think this is a real sleight of hand type of Yes. And yeah, I do.
Yes, but I told y'all real people could die in a fake movie. So just because everything they're doing is staged to a certain degree does not mean that virus is not in people's lungs, because it has to have a real effect to it. It can't just be a crisis actor thing. Real people that have to kind of go out. You know what I'm saying?
Any more questions?
Did you notice that the top athletes are getting lighter and lighter? No, I did not notice that.
No, remember we actually did talk about that.
That their skin was getting lighter?
No, we're talking, I guess, like the new generations.
Oh, yes. Yeah, okay.
Because remember, we were talking about how, like, the I forgot what year draft pick it was, and you said, like, these are all the players whose father was a ball player who had white wife.
Yes. So we're now seeing
their children.
The effects
we
of
actually,
that.
Yeah, we actually spoke about that.
Somebody said, do you think Jay-Z was conscious or using consciousness to stay relevant? Jay-Z uses whatever is available.
Yeah, he's trying to look like Basquiat now.
Yeah, it's becoming real evident. You know what I mean? But he knows how to ride waves better than anybody else. I've never seen somebody join forces with so many different people to stay relevant, but you got to tip your hat.
And then dump
brilliant.
him.
Oh, yeah, didn't dump him.
Didn't dump him like nothing happened.
Nothing happened. Like, I don't even know you.
Somebody said favorite comedian. Go. Other than Dave Chappelle.
Eddie Murphy.
Oh, okay.
Eddie Murphy for me.
So Dave Chappelle is my favorite.
No, you know what? Richard Pryor, because that's what I grew up on.
Okay.
My mother would be listening to it. And
why does everybody your age have the same story
It's
about
true.
listening to Richard Pryor
Because
albums? Like, I had to sneak to. I feel like that line.
No, because he was cursing so much and it was so vulgar that go in the room. You ain't supposed to be hearing.
And what the
this.
hell is listening to a comedy album about?
That's how good he was. You didn't need to even see his facial expressions. Now, his facial expressions are the absolute best.
Okay.
I can't pronounce that name, but thank you. Have you heard what's going on with celebrities?
Purple Haze 165. Thank
and
you.
adrenochrome. Yeah, we talked about adrenochrome.
We actually didn't talk about that. But yeah, that's that was when Phil touched on that.
Yeah, on the adrenochrome and these celebrities not getting their fix.
Yo.
And then you looked at her face.
I was like,
and she looked like she was withdrawing. Ellen
DeGeneres, yeah.
And she had on that shirt sending them the messages
to
Hank.
To Tom Hanks,
Tom Hanks. And run, Forrest, run, dude. It don't get no more plain than that. But back to Richard Pryor. His facial expressions is what made him the real greatest. But back then, that's how you did it. You put on that album and you listen and you turn the album over and you got the rest of the other jokes. So yeah.
Oh, okay. So so my favorite comedian other than Dave Chappelle is Bill Burr. Hilarious.
Okay, he's a white guy.
It's funny.
I gotta admit that motherfucker.
Funny.
No time to be racist in this time. Black Top, stop that. Black Top.
Dude is hilarious.
He is hilarious.
Somebody asked, y'all don't like Hove now? We do like. I mean,
Hove is one of my top 3 or 4 artists. I'm a Hove fan, not a Hove stan.
Yeah, like we honest objectively honest when it comes to him.
And that's the problem. I want to say this too. We have to get out of this notion that you have to like an artist, but you got to like everything they put out. If an artist has a catalog, there should be something in that catalog. Like, I love Good Kid, Mad City. I did not like the Butterfly.
To Pimp a Butterfly?
But I love the Damn album.
Yeah.
And I still hold Kendrick Lamar in high regards. Everything I say, you're not going to agree with. And every album, I love Nas. I don't agree with every album he put out. Doesn't mean, so I had to say that because I don't want y'all to think I was hating on Jay Electronica. I like Jay Electronica. I did not like his first offering. That's all I was saying. I thought he could have came with a better first classic album. Nas came with Illmatic, Jay-Z Reasonable Doubt, Biggie Ready to Die, Cuban Links, even though they doubled up. Everyone has a signature classic album that sets the tone for who they are. And I think Jay-Z kind of latched onto that and took away from his ability to express who he was. That's all I was saying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yes, I rock with Jay-Z, but I'm a Jay-Z fan, not a Jay-Z stan. I don't look at every word he says and and that's a quadruple entendre. Did you hear when he said this? I don't give a shit.
Yeah, if the song is not good, it's not good, bro.
If the song is not good, it's just not good. It's not a
bro.
good song. You know what I mean? So, let's get some more questions out there.
Somebody said y'all have horrible taste. That's why it's our taste and not yours.
Right, and remember, art is subjective to each individual. You know what I mean? What you see as tasteful, great. And that's why I never argue people's opinion, because we both look crazy.
What did you think?
If we're arguing our opinions.
What did you think about Cardi B saying that she believes that artists are getting paid to say they have
I think she was speaking out loud and she was rationalizing in real time.
Which was like impressive.
All of these celebrities, they're coming down with this. And then they don't have no symptoms. Come on.
Yeah.
You know what? If they're getting paid, I want to get paid. And she was speaking it in real time and made you go, wait a minute. You know what I mean?
Yeah, wait, that makes sense.
Makes sense on certain levels of what's going on. So Carl Anthony Towns' mom's.
Yes, she's in that medically induced coma right now.
And now his father has it too. And so we want to send out, love to everybody who's dealing with somebody that they're trying to hold on to and get through some tough times. Wow, people want you to be in a box. Yeah, you can't be in a box. I agree with Cardi. Very possible. She was saying a lot, what I was saying. Agreed.
Yeah, it was because I was saying that too. I'm just like, all right, if nobody has symptoms, what? I don't know if y'all are telling us to have it to scare people to go like, yo, you could have it. You don't know.
That scare tactic is that fear. Jay-Z was conscious with Jazzo in the Ansar community. Yeah, but he chose to go the other route to make his money. So what does that say?
I used to rhyme like common sense.
I used to rhyme like common sense, but after 5 million sold, I ain't rhyme like common sense. So we understood. He gave you all the clues of he was conscious, but he was getting his bag up. You know what I mean? So, but he was getting his bag up at whose expense? So I don't want to get into all of that because I've done a lot of pieces on Jay-Z and this and that. So Def Rock, I hear you. Facts. What's up with the audio book? Yeah, somebody asked that already.
Listen, bro.
Did you hear Trump sending 30,000 troops to Europe and they are going after the FEMA camps over there? I didn't hear that. No, I did not. What about Scarface has corona? We spoke about that.
What about
at the beginning of the show?
Harvey Weinstein has it.
Yes.
Oh, and they're saying he's recovering now.
No.
Oddly enough.
Let me tell you what's going to happen, in my humble opinion. He going to die. And because he's Jewish, they have to bury him within 24 hours. And then he'll be on the island with Epstein. Getting it in, baby. Getting it in. Where are the hoes? That could happen. Right? Yeah. That could happen quick. Because by Jewish law, he got to be in the ground. So they can be like, oh, well, he died. We put him in the ground. R.I.P. Harvey. And Harvey out here getting it in. Right? So... Or he could get better and go to jail. I wouldn't get better.
Tekashi 6ix9ine tried to do the early release in fears of catching the coronavirus, and the judge denied him.
Oh, okay, yeah. Dot, when you putting out your project, I've been patient. I am so behind on projects, it's crazy. So I don't even know what project you're talking about. My album, my book, audio book, my life story, my online classes. Life just... And see, sometimes I just got to slow it all down and be like, man, I ain't got time. I'm trying to breathe and enjoy the kids. And I got, a grandkid on the way. And none of this going to mean nothing in a minute. I just want to hold my little grandbaby.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
And give him haircuts. When the
you are not giving him haircuts?
Yes, I am.
Dude.
You know what? The price keep going up because you keep talking smack. All right? That's my grandbaby. He wants Pampa to give him haircuts. He don't know the difference until he go to school and measure it against another
and then the kid go,
wait a minute.
The kids are mean too now.
What happened to your hairline, little baby Bowser? Shut up.
Put the ruler on his hairline and then be...
My grandpa did this. I'll go to school and I'll beat one of them little kids up. I'll beat them up. We need them dot
When
bars.
he gave me the baldy?
Oh, I gave him a baldy.
Yo, like the straight,
but let me tell you what happened. I didn't have the professional clippers. Right? I had the starter kit. And you know what the starter kit, once you go in, Now you gotta even out the ant.
Yo, cause you know what's crazy?
Then I tried to even out the ant.
I was like, I had to be like 5 or 6. I was young, right?
Yeah.
And then everybody was walking past the bathroom like, oh, like it was making faces. I'm just like,
You know, you try to make up for it.
and then he wasn't letting me see the mirror, and everybody's walking past. Marcus is walking past. Who else? Bug out.
Yeah.
Everybody was walking past. I'm like, come on, bro.
And then you know what? I just had to cut it all off. It comes a point where you just gotta shave it all off. And his mother cursed me out. What the hell?
Not for sale. Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Thank you, man. We appreciate
Shout out to
from
y'all
Seattle.
always bringing that real. I'm in Seattle, and it's very eerie out here.
Seattle's an eerie place anyway, because it's always raining.
It's always raining, but I heard that was the first place where a lot of this stuff happened. And, you know, it's just going on crazy out here.
Somebody said, is it true there could be mass arrests of high-profile people for the pedo crimes? Listen.
That's the war that we're hearing
Listen.
going on. But until I see arrest...
If that happens...
Because we've already seen what's going on in Hollywood. If y'all don't know that these pedophile rings are real, y'all living under a rock.
If that happens, I promise Trump is winning.
Yeah, Trump is gangster if that happens.
If that... Oh, bro.
Yep. The deep state against this one. And
Chadwick Sam. Shout out to your queen. Her birthday today. Happy solar return. To your
whose
queen.
birthday?
Chadwick Sam.
Oh, shout out to your queen.
Yes.
Happy solar return in these times.
Yes.
Yep, absolutely.
Somebody said they like Grandot.
I like Grandot. Grandot. I like that. I like Papa Dot.
I like Papa Dot.
Papa Dot is cool. Grandot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm gonna spit bars for that. Jay-Z put out a song when Blue was born.
Pusha T did as well.
But yeah, I'm putting out the Grandot bars.
You know what I'm saying? I don't rap, so.
And that's embarrassing.
Listen.
To me. You know what I mean? You ain't got no lyrical skill, like none.
Rhyme, man.
Sheesh.
I used to do poetry. I actually won city championship.
Yeah,
sixth grade.
Yeah, and you was published before I was.
I was.
They published your poetry.
They did in the fifth grade.
In the fifth grade.
It was the fourth grade. Yes.
I'll give it to you.
I'm better than you. I'm better than you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? My nose is high. I drink water with my pinky up.
Facts. So yeah.
That happened. I forgot all about that. Whoa.
Yeah. I took all the credit for that. You know, because you know I'm a poet. Telling them those teachers, I do poetry.
Yeah, I remember that.
Would y'all like to hear something? No, Mr. Bowser, this is for the children. I'll get up here and spit.
I had to find that.
Yes. Thanks for reading my question. Okay, they might be. Give me some more questions.
Yeah, man. Ain't nothing really happening in the streets for us to really
stretch anything crazy.
Because if we don't got nothing to talk about, we will bounce. You know what I've been noticing as well? A lot of people are so bored from being home. They're creating every game on social media that they can find possible.
I tried to get Odyssey to start one of the TikTok games here. I seen people dance in front of the camera, then I move, and then my wife dance, and then they move, and then, you know.
I did this own job. I see that.
Yeah, I tried to get it going. Yeah, I tried to get one going. Odyssey was like, Dad, no, we're not going to do that. And usually she's the one pushing that. You know what I mean?
I'm glad y'all didn't.
Yeah, no, I'm glad y'all didn't. We're going to do it.
The hell? People keep tagging me in these push-up challenges.
Pancakes or waffles? I'm a pancake guy.
I'm a pancake guy. French toast over everything, though.
French toast over everything, facts. People keep tagging you with what?
In the push-up challenges on Instagram, like they'll do 10 push-ups or they'll do 40 push-ups and they'll tag you and you got to do 40 push-ups and you got to record yourself and tag other people. I like to keep my workouts to myself.
Because you on steroids. His push-ups is taking the steroids.
I have some of my if you go to my Instagram, you can see some of my workouts.
Whatever.
Listen, I'm telling you. But I like the feeling of popping out. You know what I'm saying?
And like, that's a Virgo thing.
Yeah, like
we work in the dark.
I didn't know he was doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, Virgos, we work in the dark. We like to, get our dark work on and come out when we got something. Huh?
Somebody asked for my we'll get the registry closer to.
Yeah, closer to the event.
Closer to the baby shower.
Closer to the baby shower and all that other kind of stuff.
We might do a virtual baby shower for the
fam.
Yeah,
absolutely.
for the fam, yeah.
Absolutely.
For you guys.
Because you guys are family. It just is what it is. You guys are actual family. Yeah. We appreciate you guys We've come a long way. You've been with us the whole step. And, we're going to do these shows until the internet is cut off. You know what I mean? If it's still rocking, we're going to be here. We might have to do a split screen. Yeah?
Soon, maybe. Because I'm trying to cut down on travel.
Right. So
my pops is high risk.
Yes.
I have a baby on the way.
Absolutely.
High risk. I'm not trying to just, I'm trying to just cut down on the travel. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make sure everybody's healthy.
Right. So we may do a split screen joint.
It's not going to be the same, but whatever.
It's not going to be the same, but if we just want to talk to the people.
True that.
You know what I mean? So, because y'all don't want me to be up here by myself for 2-3 hours. They'll really shut us down. Because I'll be running out of shit.
That's why I got to be here to reel.
You got to be here to reel us back in
and
keep the topics going. Because I'll be up here. Wow.
Somebody said, "Are you still able to ship the products?" Yes, but it's getting to people slower.
Right. Absolutely.
That's really not on us. That's on
Right.
But we have been getting stuff out.
You never talked about how they going to drop the ET invasion. But remember, that could be next. The streets are empty. ET invasion. Some people have already been seeing things in the clouds.
You remember that big blue light that happened last year?
Yes.
And everybody said nothing's been right since then.
Yeah. Why do some states have limited testing and others have drive-through testing? Why don't they send some of the limited states? And salute to you guys. That's a great question. Appreciate the support. I don't know if it's based on how many cases, because I heard they got army tanks in LA right now.
It's crazy. I feel like I've seen that video before.
So maybe it's
you know what I'm saying? So I'm not.
You're not sure if it's fake
sure.
news, right? So
right now everybody's naturally just scared. You know what I'm saying? So anything
you see pops up on the screen, you got to take everything with a grain of salt. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
But I would expect alien invasion where everybody's out and about, like not when nobody's home.
But that's true. But to set it up, maybe that could be next. Who knows?
True that.
Because I already told y'all I'm running.
Yeah.
And I know it's bullshit. I'm running. Don't sit around. I read Behold the Pale Horse. I read the Phil Valentine. I saw the Phil Valentine lectures. This is all bull. Boom. And now you into pieces because you knew. So just run like I run. Just keep running.
Somebody said, do you think Joe Budden thinks he's the male Oprah?
No, I don't get that vibe from Joe Budden. I never get that vibe. He knows hip-hop. He has his own audience, and he has his own opinion. And when people voice their opinion, if it's not in alignment with your opinion, why do people get mad at that?
Yeah.
If you're stating factual facts, only thing I want to debate you about is the facts on something particular. I never want to say my opinion is more important than your opinion. The audacity.
Yeah.
It's your opinion. That's how you see it.
Yeah.
That's great. This is how I see it. Let's put both of our opinions out there. Let's clap, shake hands. That's why you never see me curse people out in my chat section, and they call me all kind of names. I never do that. I thank them for watching, and because it's your opinion. Everybody's not going to agree.
Facts.
That's not why we're here. You know what I'm saying? Even the 3 people who dislike this, that's fine. I have a problem with the first person who didn't even see the show.
The show wasn't even on.
And you dislike, that means you just got hate.
Yeah, that means like you literally came and said, what they doing?
Right.
What they? I'm going to dislike. Take that.
Take that.
And I'm going to leave.
And now we're at half the likes to people in the chat. So let's get it up. Let's get a little round.
Yes. Hit the like button. It's free. It's free. Thank you. Somebody asked a good question.
Well, let's get to it.
Somebody asked a good
World
question.
Boss. Thank you. Free World Boss. We appreciate you. We actually want to come out there.
Yeah. We want to actually come out and see when everything is.
Yeah, we wanted to deliver our gift to you.
Yeah.
So stand tight. It's a little crazy out here.
Quintessential. We spoke about Phil's lecture that he did on Tuesday at the beginning of the show.
At the beginning of the show.
Also, again, I want to reiterate, if you guys are anybody in New York City, Bronx area, if you're looking for work, email info@fspin.com. And my man Kenneth Aqua, who owns the Fresh Spin laundromat on Tremont,
yes,
is he has a lot of volume right now, and he said he's doing a lot of hiring.
So he's hiring on the spot. Tell him you came from Urban X.
Facts.
and get pushed to the top of the line or something. Who knows?
Somebody said, why are they releasing prisoners? Well, I heard there's a lot of prisoners who the coronavirus is actually in the prisons.
Because I said that 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
What happens when it gets to the prison? Like somebody brings it in, and now it's spreading like wildfire, and they got all those prisoners in there who can't get beds. So I think they're releasing the undesirable, the ones who are not for heavy crimes and of a certain age.
Not like felonies.
Right. And that moved Harvey Weinstein off the list. Because the first thing I said was, yo, he got it. You know what I'm saying? They got him isolated. They just going to send him home with an ankle bracelet or something, and then he going to die. And in 24 hours, he'll be out there with Epstein. So who knows? And people are saying Bill Cosby should be able to get released because these crimes happened such a long time ago and because of his age. You know what I mean? Did they have to take the rims down on the basketball?
Somebody said Amazon's Jeff Bezos left the country to his private island, took his doctor, nurse, several ventilators. Wow, gloves, man.
Wow.
What's it? Yeah, man.
Did y'all see how futuristic Wuhan is? Yes. But you see they have over 10,000 5G antennas in that small region. And they have an antenna. I saw it on one of these shows, like some kind of weird antenna that's almost the size of New York. So what are they doing in Wuhan? You know what I mean? And have they become the template to see how this 5G 60 megahertz energy, which takes all the air and the oxygen out of your lungs? That's why young people, somebody said young people are dying.
Yeah, so a 17-year-old.
Yeah, so it's they have to do that because they need everybody to be afraid of what's going on.
Because remember, there was teenagers out in spring break wilding.
You know what I mean? So, that's the world we living in at this present moment. And so I want to tell you all again, I love you. And if the ancestors allow me to be here next week with you guys, I'm here.
Facts.
You know what I mean? I'm here rocking and rolling. Maybe a split screen, maybe not.
So, are we good? Are we out of here? So, want to remind everybody to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at UrbanX_NYC. Don't forget to visit the blog. We just got some new articles to put up there, UrbanX.NYC.
Yes.
If you have an Urban Xcellence Story, you can email us at urbanx.nyc@gmail.com. Tell us your story. You could even join
Team America. I'm not sure 5G doesn't have nothing to do with this virus. I'm going to keep it a buck with you. Because of all of those scientists, this was last year, if you remember Team America, all of them scientists said this 5G is dangerous. And then they all disappeared. Or they all were fired. So I'm not sure if it's directly connected, but 5G could be just an accelerator of the virus. Because remember, everything is digital. We live in a digital world now. So if we inhaling particles that are digitally, in our lungs, and then 5G comes through and activate, right? Don't put nothing past these individuals, right? They've been putting chemtrails in the sky for years. And all of that stuff is in our lungs. And imagine a 5G 60 hertz frequency come through and activate those particles in your lungs, and it's a wrap. It could happen. Anything could happen.
I just saw a great question from Off the Glass Podcast. Zach, Off the Glass Podcast, boost your immune system. Because somebody else earlier asked, what are some great, smoothies and stuff for CMOS? So what I do, I use strawberries, blueberries. If I have a banana, I'll throw a banana in there. Almond milk, because we don't do cow's milk. Right. CMOS, not a lot.
Right.
Maybe half a teaspoon. It'll take over the entire thing.
It'll dominate. Yes.
Yeah, right. I use the Activate the vitamin C packet.
Yes.
As well. You throw that in there.
Right.
And then you also throw in little hack chia seeds, black chia seeds.
Chia seeds.
And then if you're working out, you throw your protein in it. If not, but you could just take that by itself. Great.
Okay. That's what we're talking about.
Great.
And now is the time to really take CMOS raw if you have to.
Yes.
Because, because of the height. And so don't worry about the taste. Just throw a few drops of that in water, stir that around, and put that down the pipe. Elderberries. I've been on all of it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Colloidal silver, elderberries, chaga mushrooms. We've been in here rocking. You know what I mean? Just kind of doing our part. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To stay as healthy as possible.
Somebody said, where do you get your CMOS? It's a website called Holistic Heights.
Yes, Nadra.
Yes.
Carbon Electra is what we call her. Nadra, holisticheights.com
yes.
is where I get mine. But you can go to KT, myartsdegree.net. He also has CMOS. I believe any of Sabi's family who's still rocking. So you can get your hands on the CMOS. And remember, that's what they throw down to people when we bomb a country. We throw down CMOS because it don't go bad. You know what I mean? And it has 92 minerals. So, you know, it's sort of like that episode of The Matrix where they was eating that slop.
Yeah.
It just had all the minerals of food, but it didn't have,
The taste.
texture and taste.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Team
So-
America, are you? I'm about to go Umar on you. Is there white people in our life?
What is Team America saying now?
He's just talking about 5G, and 5G don't have anything to do with.
Okay, I just gave you my opinion on what that could be. All of the intel that is coming in from my ancestors, from my elders, and even white patriots, you know what I mean? Because they on it as well.
There were white scientists who said this.
White scientists, they're all saying is something wrong with this 5G technology. And the virus could be a cover for the 5G technology or vice versa. So don't tell me it's not connected. I ain't having that.
Oh, speaking of Umar, did you know the word Neanderthal was trending on Twitter today?
Peace. Off the glass. We thanks for the support. Trending.
Was trending on Twitter today because Umar was doing one of his lives on Instagram, and he said, if there white people on this live, they need to get up. This is only for black people. Goddamn Neanderthals. And it was literally trending on Twitter.
Wow.
Jesus.
Yeah, well, that's the time we live in. So with that being said,
Like I was saying before I got interrupted, follow us on Urban Xcellence on Facebook. Join the group. Give your stories and things like that. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at top_XTH. So it's top X, like top 10, like top_XTH. You're on Instagram and Twitter.
I'm on Instagram at the Black Dot #1. Twitter, the Black Dot. Dwayne Bowser on Facebook. And I told you, if you hit me up on Facebook, hit me with Urban X, because if we ain't got no mutuals, I'm probably just gonna out you.
So with that being said, we appreciate you guys. We always appreciate the support. We always appreciate you taking time out to be with us.
Yes.
We don't take anything you give us for granted. Any support, anything.
Absolutely.
We definitely appreciate you guys. And peace.
We out of here.
Stay safe.